All right, you're welcome back. I have one of my favorite writers, probably one of your favorite writers in the house with me, Lola Shone. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me,
From Book Buzz Foundation.
Yes, indeed.
Amongst many other things.
Yes.
How's life? How's work? How's everything?
Life is great. Life is very busy at the moment because we're gearing up to the Ake Arts and Book Festival, which is taking place on the 17th to the 21st of November. So we're engaging all our writers, our authors from all over the world who are coming, making sure they're pumped up and inspired.
Yeah.
We're organizing the books. So for somebody who just loves books, you see me in my sitting room surrounded by this mountain of books. It's just wonderful.
This is the third edition?
This is the third edition, yes.
What's different this time?
I think a lot of courage comes with having done it 2 years. You know the terrain. You're bringing new people, fresh faces, fresh talent. And I think generally we've been able to reach more people. I think that was an area that we didn't do as well. Letting people know that it was happening, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here, not just to sit with you, which is always a delight.
Yeah, so, you're doing a book festival.
Yes.
People have said Nigerians don't read. I know you probably heard that a lot, and you probably defended it or not in the past. But are you doing this to show that Nigerians actually read, or are you doing this because Nigerians read, and you need them to read more? Like, how does this festival tie into that notion as a whole?
I think Nigerians do read. I think, however, that books are frightfully expensive, and good books are often out of reach for the ordinary Nigerian who has to devote the larger part of his...
So there's an economic tie to it, of course.
Yeah, his disposable income to other things. But the festival is an opportunity for people who are creative Africans, to come together and have really honest conversations about what it's like being a creative African, but also beyond that, the larger issues that you'll find in different African countries. It's one of the few opportunities for African creatives to come together in this sort of gathering, to have conversations and rub minds, but on African soil.
I like what you did there with the rub minds.
I know. I did it specially.
So you do have quite a large number of Nigerians who come for the Ake Festival.
We have lots of Nigerians who come. We have we have 82 guests this year, and that's not counting the wonderful actresses from Here Word who are coming to Abeokuta. About 25 of them are Nigerians, but also we've got lots of Nigerians who live outside Nigeria who all come back. And to answer your question about literacy, apart from the on-site events that we do on the first day, we're working with Lafarge this year to have an environmental awareness day. On the second day, the writers go out into Abeokuta to schools in Ogun State, and we tell them to do one thing: to inspire the kids to read and to write.
Yeah, I like the fact that you went there, because I was going to ask you, what happens at a book festival, or what happens at a K festival? Like, do we just go there and look at books and read? What really happens when we come there? What will happen when we come there?
Excellent question. That's the thing. You have book festivals which are very focused on books and everything to do with the book sort of ecosystem, could be publishing, but it's the Ake Arts and Book Festival. So we have the other elements, the other forms of the arts that we deal with and showcase. So like last year we had Kudu Sonikeku. He came to do a wonderful dance presentation, and we have music as well. But this year we've got film, we've got documentaries. I think we had a conversation earlier, and I was telling you that we're going to be showing The Man Who Mends Women, the film that was banned in the DRC for the first time. We're showing it at the Ake Festival here. So we've got drama, we've got theatre coming to the festival as well. And it's lots of panel discussions. We try to look across the continent for new books and get them, two writers to sit together and have a conversation with a host, to talk about their books and writing. And the wonderful thing about that is audience participation. The fact that people people do get to ask these writers questions and get their book signed. And of course, art, visual art. We've got Andrew Asiebo coming. He's done this wonderful exhibition. It's called Margins and Marginalizations. We've got Tina Adibawale coming to do an art exhibition. And we have a wonderful little sort of memorial exhibition where we'll have never seen before photographs of Ken Saro-Wiwa.
Very interesting. Just take you off maybe a little bit from your comfort zone and more to the economy now. You know, there was a lot of talk when the GDP was rebased, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, about how, you know, Nollywood has become this monster, you know, and churns in so much to the GDP and all of that. I know Nollywood is also part of the arts, but taking Nollywood away and just looking at the arts on its own, how well is it doing? Is there really potential? Did you see as something that should be considered strongly?
You're really taking me out of the comfort zone here, Ibuka. Well, Nollywood has been really fortunate. Let's talk first about the fact that people enjoy quick gratification, and that's really what you get from movies. I mean, there's a lot that goes into making them, and I'm not taking that away from the wonderful people who make these films, the process, the money and all that. But when you watch a film over 1 hour 30 minutes, you can get a sense of, you know, catharsis. It's wonderful, and then that's over. It's very different, for instance, with books, where it could take you 2 or 3 days to read a book. So it's more complex, sort of getting people to engage with books. That's one thing. But the area that I have a problem with, especially with Nigeria, is that we know, and we've been told that Nollywood, for instance, enjoyed a certain level of patronage from the federal government and Goodluck Jonathan. And it's almost sad that not as much has been done for the other art forms and for the other areas of culture, such as reading, dance. I mean, look at the variety of amazing dance forms that we have in Nigeria. It's a shame. It's shameful that this country doesn't have a sort of state-supported dance school, and it's taken a private individual like some Kudu Sonikeku to actually create something like that. But as far as reading goes, and this is an endeavor that has such a far-reaching effect. When people read, they're more engaged with governance, they're more engaged with what's happening around them. Their minds are literally, you know, expanding with every page that they read. And how shameful it is that not as much money, resources or focus was given to literacy and to reading. I mean, this is how you bring up a generation. This is how you change their lives. These are the people that are going to lead. Yeah.
You mentioned government there, and you're an author, you write. If there was one thing you were going to point out, if you met President Buhari today, and he said, tell me the biggest problem writers have in Nigeria, what would it be? Funding? Piracy? What is it?
First of all, it's pretty difficult being a writer. I don't think there's anybody. There are many writers in Nigeria today. Well, perhaps Igoni Barrett is the only one I know, but there aren't many people who can just write. And writing takes, you can't. I mean, you've got to do other things as well. Even when I wrote Baba Asegi, I was teaching and going to university for a postgraduate degree at the same time. It's quite tough. So what a lot of writers need is just that time to be able to withdraw from the rigor, the hustle and bustle of everyday living and go and work. So there's that. And the way you can sort of make that sort of system work is to develop an arts council. So writers can actually apply to an arts council and say, please, we need some money for a year to write. And of course, you have to report on the work you've done and show what you've actually delivered and what you've been able to produce. So that's one thing that would help. And of course, writers need electricity as well. I thought I should just put that in. It's really just a little thing in there, just to remind everyone that, hello, we need lights too to switch on the computers. So yeah. But a vibrant arts council would be really helpful. And also to just, we talk about the priorities, but it sometimes looks like we're not exploring how much we can actually get from the arts in terms of employment and the sad tragedy that so many of our traditional art forms are going to die if money and resources and...
Do you fear that it actually will happen?
I do. I do. I mean, there's so many examples. I mean, with pottery, for instance. But I mean, there was a man in my village. This was my father's, somebody that my father's father's friend, so my grandfather's friend, who would bead these walking sticks for chiefs and for kings and things. And he always hoped that his son would take over and do
He
that.
moved to Lagos, I'm sure.
Of course, came to Lagos to learn how to be a plumber. And
that was the end of it.
He's got his freedom now too. Freedom in the Nigerian sense.
Yeah.
And so nobody's doing that.
Yeah.
And that's what's really sad. How wonderful it would be if he could learn to be a plumber, but still have the interest and see the advantages of actually going back to learn how to bead and also teach his own children.
Okay, enough of the dying forms now. Let's
Yes.
go back to the Aki Festival now. Can anybody attend? If I wanted to come to the Aki Festival today, when it starts, can I just drive down and attend?
Of course, you just come to the reception and pay your 2,000 naira.
Okay.
It's better for you to apply online
What's the
because
website?
when you www.akefestival.org. That's all. And
Don't do that.
no, what? I was just saying that's all. But really, it's you walk in. If you apply online, you get a 5%. Oh God, I've given it away. But with your package that you get at the festival, you get a 5% discount card on all the books that you buy. So it's a really good idea
to give away.
and we've got an incredible array of books. I mean,
Not just
anyone you can
Nigeria.
think of, not just Nigeria,
African?
not just African.
Okay.
Rushdie to Toni Morrison, to Margaret Atwood, to Isabel Allende, to Milan Kundera, to, I mean, Kafka, everyone. So the idea is we're trying to make books sexy again.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I like that. How long is the festival for?
It's 5 days.
Okay.
So 17th and the 18th are basically devoted to children's activities. The best time to arrive is on a Wednesday evening because we have this amazing opening ceremony on the morning of the 19th. And then the film, of course, takes place on the evening of the 19th. And there's so much going on in between. Lots of panel discussions, book chats, performances, readings. Amazing.
The dates again, sorry?
17th
To
the 21st.
To the 21st of
But
November.
just for a regular person coming to Ake Festival, the best time to come, if you're not doing a workshop or a master class or any of those things that we're doing in the early days, is to arrive on the afternoon of the 18th.
And this is in
Wednesday.
Abeokuta?
This is Abeokuta, and it's
Alright.
taking place at the Arts and Culture Center, Kuto Roundabout, Kuto, Abeokuta.
Thank you very much, Laura.
Thank you.
Before we go, just to quickly put you on this, who's your favorite author? Quickly.
Oh, Isabel Allende.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go find her books.
Thank
and also
you.
buy Secret Lives of Baba Sagi's Wives.
Thank you so much for
Like I
having me.
always say, you can follow the conversation on Twitter. YNigerTV is the handle. The hashtag to follow is Rubbin Mind. You can also visit the website, yniger.com. Remember, you've never seen anybody talk like this before. I'll see you next time.
What else? What else? See, come on, come on, come on. See, let's go.